Okay, welcome back to another Zoombinis episode. I want to keep going and try to get, if possible, a video out. At least one a day would be nice, because there's still a long ways to go. So here we are again. Okay, so let's see what has changed this time. So, Zoombini Isle is where we'll be starting, and the first route has actually changed to the hardest difficulty. So if I thought the allergic cliffs were bad before, they'll probably be even harder now. And then the two middle routes are still on the second difficulty, and then the third route is on the very hard difficulty. So let's go to Zoombinis Isle and get a group and get started. And it's possible we may lose some along the way, so I don't really know exactly how much progress will be made in this video, but we will see. No red noses yet? There's a shortage of red noses. Oh, there's one. There's two. Okay, 2 red noses and 1 green. So let's go. Oh, I like how the stars twinkle in the night. No new message this time? Okay. But here we are at the Allergic Cliffs. Allergic Cliffs level 4. The Allergic Cliffs play by certain rules. What one cliff accepts, the other is allergic to. Look for the 3 different features, such as red noses, sunglasses, and spring feet, that do not cause an allergic reaction. So this is going to get very tricky. And I might have to decide who I'm going to test before I send anyone across. So I could send 2 Zoombinis that have nothing in common across. Like this one and this one. And if it accepts both of them, then we'll know that they each have a feature that he is okay with. Or it could reject one or both of them. If I test, say, this one, it could accept one and reject the other. So then that will help narrow down what it's looking for. So I think I'll do that. Okay, so it could be that the top one will accept springs, maybe? Or maybe it accepts glasses, or green noses, or hat hair. Trying to figure out which cliff is allergic and which is accepting the remnants is always tricky. So then we look at what they had that was different. So one of them had ponytail hair. That was a different. So let's see if the bottom one accepts ponytail hair. And I'm guessing that was it because there are springs on both top and bottom. So it looks like all the ponytail hair might have to go on the bottom. Okay, so the bottom one accepted ponytail hair. This is not ponytail hair. Let's try this up here. So it must dislike the nose color. So this one with an orange nose should be okay down here. I think that's all the orange noses. So far it could be that the bottom one accepts ponytails and orange noses, or maybe ponytails and springs. So let's try this spring. Nope. Or it could even be it's accepting ponytails and sunglasses. Let's try the sunglasses. Nope. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. So the bottom one seems to be accepting springs and ponytails. It can't be springs and sunglasses, or this one would have been fine. Actually, springs don't matter because there's springs on both sides. So it seems like the bottom one is accepting either ponytail hair, and then it's not the springs, it's not this hair. So ponytail hair and yellow noses. The only thing is there's one more feature we don't know yet. So I'm going to just try and get as many across as I can. So this one, I'm not sure because there's only one red nose on the bottom. This one will probably be okay on top. This one might be okay unless red noses are only accepted on the bottom. We don't know anything about roller skates yet, or about cyclopses or regular eyeglasses. So somehow I doubt I'm going to get the reward this time. Okay, he was okay with that one. So the red nose did not matter, the roller skates did not matter. We haven't tried this hair yet. This is risky. Oh, okay, 2 left. I'm just guessing at this point. So the only propeller I see so far is at the bottom, but that one might have been accepted just because it had the ponytails, so propellers might not matter. There is a cyclops and a blue nose and a shaggy hair on the top. So I'm guessing this one is likely the top. And then as for feet, there are feet, purple noses, and this hair on top, but not sure about the wide eyes. No! Ouch. So it looks like maybe wide eyes had to be on the bottom, which I did not know. But oh well, we have to keep going. So I guess we won't be getting the reward building this time. Which is fine. We have plenty of time to get them all. Mostly we just need to keep getting more Zoombinis across. There's so many left to go.
Welcome. Do be careful as you make your way up the path.
Alright, so this is also harder. The cave guardians have reaction to certain Zoombinis, just like the allergic cliffs. What one guardian likes, the others do not. For example, if the left guardian accepts spring feet, the right guardian will reject this feature. The same goes for the upper and lower guardians. For each pair of guardians, look for 3 features that a guardian accepts or rejects. Try to figure out if the right or left guardians like first, and then try the upper or lower guardians. So, for the left and right, one of them will need one of three features, and the other will reject those three features. And then for the top and bottom, one of them will need one of three features, the other will reject those three features. So let's try. Nope. I don't know why I seem to always try that path first.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay, so let's try one that has a couple things in common. Okay. Not too bad. This? No?
Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Okay, so let's see. So I've tried lots of springs so far. This one has the same, except for the nose. The nose might need to go on top. No? Okay. And then this one?
Okay by me.
So he either... I'm guessing he didn't like the sleepy eyes.
You'll do.
Because he's fine with purple noses.
Step in.
And then I don't actually know where this hair type goes. Let's try it over here.
Welcome.
Okay, so he does, left and right seem to be based on hair. So ponytails on the left, hats, and tuft hair on the right. And then up and bottom seem to be looking for eyes. So I've got sunglasses, regular glasses, and wide eyes on the bottom, then sleepy eyes on top. I'm not sure if it's going to be all variations of features like that. But so far the nose color doesn't seem to matter. So let's see, based on that. So sunglasses on the regular glasses on the bottom. This hair. And then feet don't seem to matter.
Ow!
Ow.
Sorry, pal.
Kinda slow.
Oh wow.
I must be careful about
I really
who
misjudged
I let
that.
in.
Da-da-da.
Maybe it was the blue nose they didn't like.
Do go in.
Okay, so what can we tell so far? Springs don't matter because they're diagonally opposite each other. The purple nose doesn't matter. The tuft hair doesn't matter. So this one ended up on the left because of his eyeglasses. And then he ended up on the top, I'm guessing either because of the roller skates or because of, well, not because of his hair. We know the hair doesn't matter. And this guy on the bottom is allowing 4 different nose colors, so that doesn't seem to matter. Or does it? So the hair didn't matter. So I'm thinking it's eyeglasses on the left and then roller skates on top is how that worked out. Then I've got some more feet types I haven't tried yet.
Well, why not?
Not all doors are open to you.
Could be it's just blue noses all go up there. Oh.
Nope.
Go on. I can't let you in.
I wish they gave examples of the features they accept and reject. Okay, so I'm almost done. I could probably figure out the others by random guessing. I might have enough guesses left for that, but let's see if we can figure out what the actual solution was. So, the thing is, I don't know if any of the guardians share features. Like, if the lower one is filtering by spring feet, could the right or left one also be filtering by spring feet? Like, do they overlap like that? Because it seems like the spring feet thing doesn't matter. Because they're all over the place. All of the sleepy eyes are on the top. The eyeglasses are on the left. Sunglasses are all over. All the blue and purple noses... No, sorry. All the blue noses are on the top. Why are all the blue noses here and not some on this side too? That's a good question. I will figure this out. I will. And let's see, all the ponytails are on the left. Shaggy hair is on the top. I feel like I need to write this down. And at least try to figure it out. Because I don't want to just get randomly lucky. Where's a pen when you need it? I got all this paper here and no pen.
We don't bite.
Unless we're hungry.
Oh, I did not know they had idle dialogue. Also, they just implied they might eat Zoombinis. At least the trolls only eat pizza. Okay, so I'm writing this down. So, upper, lower, left, right. So what are my guesses here? So, one of my guesses is the ponytails on the left. So that means left requires, or maybe I'll put allows, ponytail. And then the right rejects ponytail. That's what it looks like. All the sleepy eyes are on the top. So this one, you'd think would have been allowed down here because we know the bottom one is fine with purple noses, it's fine with springs, it's fine with hats. So sleepy eyes on the top. So then the bottom one rejects sleepy eyes. So then we know one thing for each pair, but for every pair, there are 3 features. Let's see. I'm assuming that the right-left pair and the top-bottom pair don't overlap in terms of the features that they accept. Because if they do, that's just going to make it really messy. All the blue noses ended up over here. And it is kind of weird that none of them are on the right side. So why is that? We know that shaggy hair is allowed on the right. Sunglasses are allowed on the right. And feet are allowed on the right. So it looks like blue noses are a left thing. So left allows blue. And then the right rejects blue. But then why aren't any of them on the left bottom cave? Because the left bottom one, the bottom one accepts let's see. The bottom one would accept ponytails, but I'm already suspecting he would reject sleepy eyes, so that would be why these got rejected. He's fine with this hair type, the bottom one is, and he's fine with eyeglasses. So I think the bottom one is rejecting roller skates. And then the upper one allows roller skates. And yes, I am writing all of this down because it's starting to get complicated. So let's look at these rules and see how they apply. So the lower one is rejecting sleepy eyes and roller skates. So there's no sleepy eyes or roller skates here. The upper one allows sleepy eyes and roller skates. So there's sleepy eyes are up here. There's some roller skates there. Left allows ponytails. So there's some ponytails and some ponytails. And it allows the blue noses. Then right is rejecting the ponytails, so there's no ponytails here and no blue noses here. So far so good. But let's look at these two we have left and see if we can figure them out. And you might wonder why I'm not bothering this much when I've already messed up. I won't have a perfect run on this leg anyway, but you just have to, Maybe the next time if I get here, having learned the puzzle better, then I will be able to get through here perfectly. So it's practice for the future. So I only have one red nose so far. And I don't know if that red nose even matters. This one is here because the one on the right rejects ponytails. And it's not on the top. Why is it not on the top? Because it doesn't have either sleepy eyes or roller skates. So, this one here, for example, the upper one I think allows sleepy eyes and allows roller skates. And the one on the left seems to be okay with red noses. And shaggy hair has been going on the top, so this should be okay. No? What happened? Okay. So anyway, so we still have the rule, the upper one is allowing roller skates. All the shaggy hair has been on the top so far. But why was he not allowed on the left side? Because the left one let a red nose through. And the left one has allowed roller skates through. And the left one's allowed shaggy hair, and the left one has allowed sleepy eyes. Yeah, it's weird. The left one has allowed all of the features of this Zoombini individually. at various points. But somehow it just doesn't like this one in combination. So this one must be lacking something. He is lacking a feature, and that's why the left one rejected him. The left one is not allergic to any of his features. The Zombini is lacking a feature. So let's see what that could be. So far the left one, it's allowing ponytails, it's allowing the blue nose, and so far, and he does not have a ponytail or a blue nose. So that might be why he got rejected. So, okay. So then this one, he does not have a ponytail or a blue nose, so I'd assume he has to go on the right. Now, I've only figured out 2 features for each pair so far, not 3. So it could be the left one would allow this hair, or the left one might allow Cyclopses, but I just don't know yet. He doesn't have a ponytail, he doesn't have a blue nose, so I'm assuming he has to go on the right. Then the upper one allows sleepy eyes or roller skates, and he has roller skates, so he should be okay at the top.
You'll do.
No?
Oh, wrong way.
Interesting. So maybe the roller skates don't matter then. So why wasn't this one allowed on top? And again, I'm trying to find out which of the guardians is the needy one and which is the allergic one, if you want to think of it that way. So I was thinking the upper one was the needy one, where it required sleepy eyes, roller skates, or maybe feet, or maybe purple nose. I don't know what the last trait would be. So why was this one rejected? Because he had roller skates. So if the top one allowed any Zombini with roller skates, he would have been fine. The top one has allowed purple noses, but he wasn't okay with that. So the top one is not allowing all roller skates. That's not what's going on there. So I'm going to cross that out. The top one is not allowing all purple noses, because that one's at the bottom. The top one is clearly not allowing all Cyclops eyes, or allowing all of this hair. So then if we look at the top one, so far it's allowed, maybe the top one is allowing sleepy eyes, or can't be the eyeglasses. I think blue nose is the left one. So eyeglasses does not matter for the top and bottom. And the tuft hair does not matter for the top and bottom. And roller skates don't seem to matter for the top and bottom. could be that blue noses are a top. The top one is filtering by that. This is a riddle for the ages. And the thing is, the pizza pass, the puzzle after this, I know it's going to be way easier than this compared to the first two puzzles, so. Let's see. Guys, it's hard to think when you keep making those noises. Be quiet. Maybe I'll take my headphones off. You could give me a hint if you want me to get through faster. Let's go ahead and put him where we know he needs to go.
Splendid job.
Okay, so I wish I had some more Zoombinis to send through just so I could test more of my theories. Because all the blue ones ended up here, but I'm not sure if that's a top-bottom thing or a left-right thing anymore. It does look like Sleepy Eyes all are all for the top, and the ponytails are all for the left. So that's the two things I feel fairly confident about. As for the blue nose, it could be blue noses are all for the top one. But then why did they all end up on the left side? Because it's not based on the hair, or this hair. It's not based on the sleepy eyes. It's not the shaggy hair. It's not the sunglasses. It's not the feet either. Oh well, maybe I'll give up. Next time I come through here, I'll start taking notes right from the start, and hopefully figure it out.
Hey, don't be strangers.
Don't want to make you all wait and stare at the screen forever. Alright, pizza pass, difficulty 4.
Pizza for breakfast. Pizza with tea.
My heroes.
Pizza pass level 4. Arno, Will, and Shyler will let you the Zoombinis pass if you make a special pizza and sundae for each of them. This time around, there are even more toppings to choose from. Each troll only likes toppings that the others dislike, which is the same as it's always been. For example, if Arno likes pepperoni, Will and Shyler will not. If a pizza has a topping that the trolls hate, they'll throw it into the reject pit. They'll throw pizzas missing one or more of their favorite toppings on the rocks. Try making one troll's pizza and sundae before starting on the next. Build your toppings, be aware of what each troll likes and dislikes. The trolls are finicky eaters, so they won't necessarily like the same pizzas next time you see them. 4 pizzas that have been rejected by the trolls are already in the pit. You have to wonder who made these test pizzas, because did they get frustrated and try to use the machine themselves and fail horribly? Or maybe they asked the Fleens to make them some, and that didn't work out. So one thing that they don't really explain, and what really makes this more difficult, is I believe that you have fewer guesses before you start losing Zoombinis, and that's why you have the pre-made reject pizzas, because you need to use the information in them to help figure out what pizzas to make. You won't have enough chances to try every topping separately before you start losing Zoombinis. At least that's what I believe is happening. And we also have chocolate sauce for the ice cream. So we know that cheese with olives is not popular. And interesting how all the test pizzas are like the same ingredients combined in several different ways. So we don't yet know if olives are allowed. We just know that no one wants olives with either cheese or mushrooms. So we could try olives with peppers if we want. But if we did that, we wouldn't know if they're rejecting it because nobody likes olives at all, or if they're rejecting it because no one likes peppers at all. So let's try olives by themselves and see if people like that.
Something on that I don't like.
Something's wrong.
I'd like more toppings, please.
Okay, so he was fine with olives, but we know that he does not like mushrooms or cheese. If he did like mushrooms or cheese with his olives, then theoretically those pizzas would have been on his rock. Like, there never are any on the rock. But if he liked either mushrooms or cheese, they would be on his rock. Now, we don't know if necessarily these two like mushrooms or cheese. Like, they would reject these pizzas because they have olives on them. So let's try just cheese.
Something must go.
I'd appreciate more toppings.
Uh-oh, there's something on that I don't want.
Okay, and let's try just the mushrooms.
More toppings!
There's something there I won't eat.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so they all want at least 2 toppings, but we know that she does not like whipped cream, and he also does not like whipped cream. Otherwise, they would have put these pizzas on their rocks. And we know that he will not want either cheese or mushrooms because those are on the other rocks. So because these two don't want whipped cream, it's possible he wants it, but it's also possible that no one wants whipped cream. And then we have things like the peppers, the cherry, and the chocolate sauce that we just haven't tried yet.
More toppings.
That topping? Not for me, thanks.
Oh, something's wrong.
Alright, we better start testing the chocolate and the cherry.
Something on that I don't like.
Is that all I get?
Something's wrong.
And then we haven't tested the cherry yet.
Something must go.
That topping? No.
It's still missing my favorites.
So let's see, what have we tried so far? We've tried olives, peppers, we haven't tried pepperoni yet. We have tried mushrooms, cheese, cherry. We haven't tried whipped cream. We have tried chocolate sauce. So far, I believe we haven't tried the pepperoni or the whipped cream. And I believe if we were to try one of those two, our Zoomini would get a warning. And then if we tried the last one, it would get smacked away. So you can't, if I remember correctly, you can't try every topping before they start getting smacked away. But we probably won't need to. So let's see what we can figure out. So let's see. He wants an olives and a cherry. Is there anything left that he could potentially want? He might want pepperoni because we haven't tried pepperoni yet. I'm going to try pepperoni, or maybe I won't. So he might want pepperoni. The thing is, any of them might want pepperoni at this point. We don't know.
Something on that I don't like.
There's something there I hate.
More toppings. Please?
Yep, so there's the warning. So if I were to try the whipped cream, I would start losing them. So you have to proceed without trying everything. So he likes olives, cherry, and pepperoni. I don't know if he wants whipped cream because I don't have any test pizzas with just olives whipped cream, cherry whipped cream, or pepperoni whipped cream. So I don't know that yet. She wants cheese and chocolate sauce. I know she doesn't want whipped cream because of this reject pizza. He wants mushrooms and peppers. And I know he doesn't want whipped cream because of this reject pizza. The problem is, so I know what the first two, what their pizzas are. The problem is with the last one, I don't know if I need to combine all of these or if I need to add whipped cream to that. But let's go ahead and make the pizzas for the ones we know. So he doesn't want whipped cream.
Oh, my pizza!
And then she should be fine with this one. And then the last one, he wants this, this, and this. But I don't know if he wants whipped cream or not. I could have tested that a little better. Let's try this and see what happens.
May I have more, please?
Oops. Okay, so he did want it.
Thank you.
He may be soft-spoken, but he punches hard, so... Well, that was not perfect.
Hoping their comrades would make their way back to safety, the intrepid band continues. Bravely onward.
I saw you roll your eyes at him. Yeah, I think it's a bit overdramatic sometimes what he says. Okay, so that was the very, very hard difficulty. And as you can see, it is indeed very, very hard. As a kid, I think I would be mostly, like, randomly guessing and hoping to get at least a few through.
What's this? A campsite with hot soup all ready to eat? Looks like a fine place for Zoombinis to relax. But when they're ready to move on, they'll need a group of 16 along the path.
Okay, so I'm just going to stash these guys away. We don't have enough to continue. And what am I going to do? I'm going to go get more Zoombinis. And these guys will all just have to stay here at the camp. So let's try that again and see if we can do better this time. Oh, so here's the ones that got left behind. We only lost 3 along the way. Let's go ahead and complete a full party with them. And try this again. See if I learned anything.
Up and down they were tossed around. Fore and aft they flew. Those brave and sometimes seasick members of another Zoombini crew.
Okay, let's try this again. I wish this puzzle gave you a few more guesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're allowed 5 wrong guesses, which does not seem like enough. But let's go ahead and try some similar looking Zoombinis if we can find any. Okay, let's try testing. Come on, get over there. Why is the tree in the way? Apparently. Let's try testing this one. Alright, and then this one's very similar, so let's try testing this one, which he did not like. So he doesn't like the hair. So I'm going to put on my notes, that's one thing we know for certain, because that's the only difference between them. I'm just putting allows and allergic. And maybe allows should be better put as needs, but so the top one allows purple, ponytail, wide eyes, and feet. That's what he allows. And the bottom one allows wide eyes, purple nose, and feet. And the tuft hair. So I tried the ponytail one first. So it's either, and this is interesting because you almost do have 3 categories, at least while you're testing. So either the top one is allergic to the tuft hair, or the top one requires ponytail hair. So these features I don't yet know. Let's try this one. So the top one allows propellers. So let's try some slightly more different ones. I wish I had a few that were more similar. So the top one also allows springs. and red noses. And these features are all just, I'm looking at them in isolation, and not how they would be combined. Let's try this. So the bottom one also allows propellers. It allows green noses. It allows hats. So let's see if we can narrow down. So this one has a hat and a green nose. So the bottom one allows springs and sunglasses. I need to make my allows category bigger. And yes, I am writing it down on my paper, which I know you can't see, but... So let's see if the bottom one allows this. Nope. So the top one allows sleepy eyes and hats. So the top one allows the flat top hair, and I am out of guesses. The top one also allows blue noses. So far, there's more of them at the top than there are at the bottom. So, I don't know what that indicates. Looking for 3 features that do not cause an allergic reaction. So I believe, again, one of them will be allergic to 3 specific features, and the other one will require that all Zoombinis have those 3 features. Because there would never be a Zoombini that could go across either bridge, as far as I remember. So we could try to look for the features, the allergic one. The allergic one would refuse certain features. So are there any features that are all on one side? So we know that wide eyes are not an allergy. Neither of them is allergic to wide eyes. One of them might allow wide eyes as one of their 3 required features, but neither of them is allergic to wide eyes. So, allergic, not wide eyes. Neither of them is allergic to purple noses. So sometimes process of elimination is best. Neither of them is allergic to hats. Let's see. So there's only sunglasses on one side, only green noses on this side. Neither of them is allergic to springs. So part of this is just trying to come up with the system of being able to get through this consistently. Neither of them is allergic to propellers. Neither of them is allergic to feet. So speaking of feet types, we haven't tried the roller skates yet. Or these ones, which has me slightly worried. We have tried these feet types, but of these 3 feet types, neither of the cliffs is allergic to those feet. Then what else do we know? As for eyes, there's wide eyes on both sides. The only sleepy eye we've tried is at the top. The only sunglasses is at the bottom. We haven't tried the Cyclops yet, and we don't have a lot of information about sunglasses, so this might be a good one to try next. So, as for hair, there's hats on both sides. So I could say he needs to be at the top because of his hair. That might make sense. I just feel I haven't gotten a chance to try enough different features yet. So maybe you should, instead of doing very similar Zoombinis, maybe you should be trying very different Zoombinis instead. Because the top one, it could be he allows wide eyes, or, now in their list, they're using 3 completely different features, so presumably not 2 different eye types, which would narrow it down a bit. So the top one might allow wide eyes and propellers, but that wouldn't work because there's propellers down there. So maybe wide eyes and red noses. That would work. Or wide eyes and the hat, but that wouldn't work. And the bottom, it can't need feet because this foot went up there. The bottom one can't need propellers, and it can't need springs. It can't need purple. Maybe the green noses, but it wouldn't be the wide eyes. So it might be that the bottom one needs sunglasses, green noses, or the tuft hair. Okay, so he made it up there. So the top one we know allows yellow noses, which is awesome. So I'm guessing the bottom one, this should be fine. Because the bottom one allows springs, allows sunglasses, allows purple noses, and it allows this hair. We haven't tried this hair yet, which is interesting. Let's see, the bottom one can't require springs, it can't require propellers, it can't require feet, it can't require purple noses, maybe green noses, And this is where you start making hypotheses and try testing them. So maybe green noses, maybe sunglasses, and that would be how this guy made it in. Or maybe it's the hair instead. Because this one does not have a green nose or sunglasses, so the only way he'd be allowed to be here would be as if his hair mattered. It could be just that hair, and maybe the sunglasses have nothing to do with it, but the only other sunglass I have has that same hair anyway. So I'm guessing that the bottom one requires you to have either a green nose, and then the last one is either the sunglasses or this hair. I'm not sure which one. And then the one on top would be rejecting sunglasses, rejecting that hair, and rejecting the green noses. So this should be okay at the top. No, I didn't get it. Okay, so let's see if retroactively...
Yes. Zoombinis were left behind, but the knowledge was gained. Press on, brave explorer.
Let's see if I can retroactively figure it out. So it won't let me move them around anymore, but this guy was supposed to go on the bottom. The real question is why? So there's sleepy eyes on top, there's purple noses on top, there's that hair on top. The only thing that the top doesn't have yet is sunglasses. Roller skates. So if that was the case, I wish there was a way like to reveal what the solution was afterwards, but they won't let you do that. So then I'm guessing that the bottom one, what features do we have? Green, sunglasses, tuft hair, roller skates. So I'm guessing the bottom one is the needy one, and it needed them to have either, and this is, let's see. It could be a combination of green nose, tuft hair, and roller skates. Those could be the three traits. And none of those features are on top. It could be a combination of green nose. Let's see. It can't be the purple nose or the wide eyes. And it can't be the sunglasses either, because that leaves this one out. So yeah, I'm guessing it was the green nose, tuft hair, and roller skates that were supposed to go on the bottom. So next time, maybe I should try doing Zoombinis that are very different from each other. So we lost 4 that time, which is worse than the first time. Oh well. At least I have a use for all this scrap paper I had lying around. But this video is getting long, so I'm going to try and get through.
What did we do to deserve this?
So last time I made it through without losing any. Of course, I have an even smaller group this time, so that makes it easier to get through without losing any.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Move it, Toots. Step in.
Okay, let's try a Zoomini that has nothing in common with those. So this Zoomini has nothing in common with any of the ones we've tried so far. So we're guessing it's going to go on the bottom, but the question is which side?
Not through here.
Thanks for coming.
So because the ones up here and down here have nothing in common, then the one on the left was not allergic to any of their specific features. It's not allergic to tuft hair. No, or wait. Because each side has more than one thing. So the one on the left could be allergic to wide eyes and green noses, for example. So theoretically, no?
Sure.
Step right up.
Okay, so now we've determined that the one on the left is not allergic to wide eyes or green noses. So then the question is, why didn't it like these ones? Maybe it's allergic to sunglasses and purple noses.
Many try, few succeed.
So if we assume that this one is allergic to sunglasses and purple noses, either together or separately, then that's fine. So then this one with the purple nose would have to go on the right. Now for top and bottom, the top one, the bottom one might be allergic to normal feet. Let's try. I'm getting tired. It's all blurring together. Okay. It's just there's so many possibilities of how things could be. And you only have at most 16 Zoombinis, so it's nearly impossible to, I think, test everything. So the one on the left again could be allergic to purple noses. And this is a case where having groups of Zoombinis that you carefully crafted might make this a little easier. So if the one on the left is allergic to purple noses, this one should have to go on the right. Let's see, the one on the wide eyes don't matter for top and bottom, presumably. Propellers, so far the only one has been on the bottom, so let's try it. Nope.
Can't let you in.
Move it.
This way.
Okay, so the one on the left is not allergic to purple noses. They do say try to figure out left and right first before figuring out top and bottom, or vice versa. But the thing is, they always go past the left and right ones first, and if the left and right ones reject it, you won't even see whether the top and bottom one accepted it. So it makes sense to figure out left and right first. So left, is left allergic to anything? Well, it's not allergic to purple noses. It could be allergic to sunglasses, so I'm just going to put Maybe it's allergic to sunglasses. The one on the left is not allergic to hats. It might be allergic to springs. It's not allergic to feet, purple noses, wide eyes. It could be allergic to the tuft hair. So let's assume that the left one is allergic to springs, and we'll test that. I know wide eyes are accepted on both top and bottom. I'm not sure about the red nose.
Go on.
So that seems to strengthen the hypothesis that the one on the left doesn't like springs. Then, I haven't tried sleepy eyes or cyclopses yet. I have tried wide eyes, but no blue noses. Let's try him here.
You'll do.
Tisk tisk.
This is tricky. The one on the left could maybe be allergic to red noses. Possibly. So that disproved that theory.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
So why doesn't this one like this Zoomini? It can't be the wide eyes that it's allergic to. It's not allergic to red noses. It's not allergic to ponytails. So I'm guessing it's only the spring that it doesn't like. But then there's a couple up here that don't have springs. So why doesn't it like these ones? We know it's fine with ponytails. And it's fine with purple noses. And it's fine with wide eyes. So why doesn't it like this one? It's fine with feet, it's fine with purple noses, it's fine with wide eyes, it's fine with ponytails. So the reason that this one doesn't like the Zombini is not because it's allergic to the Zombini's features, it's because the Zombini is lacking something that it requires. So the left one is the needy one, and the right one is the allergic one. So then the question is, what does the left one need that the right one would be allergic to? So the right one, it could be allergic to propellers. We know the one on the right is not allergic to red noses. It's not allergic to wide eyes. It's not allergic to ponytails. It's not allergic to green or purple noses, or sunglasses, or hats, or the tufts. The one on the right might be allergic to the flat tops. And then I think it has to be 3 different features, not just 2 variations of the same one. So it would never be allergic to 2 different nose colors, I think. But we're testing that. So if we assume the one on the right is allergic to either propellers or flat tops, there's none of those on the right, and on the left everything has either a propeller or a flat top. The one on the right could also be allergic to yellow noses, because there's none of those on the right. The one on the right could be allergic to sleepy eyes, because there's only one of those on the left. He could also be allergic to blue noses, so this is... obviously, he can't be allergic to all of these at the same time, because it can only be 3. So it's almost like working a Sudoku puzzle where you can write the little notes in the square of all the numbers it could be, and then slowly cross them out as you narrow it down. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible things so far it might be allergic to. Let's see if we can rule out any of these. So it could be, let's see. So if we assume it can only be allergic to one of each type of thing, it can either be allergic to yellow noses or blue noses. So it could be allergic to propellers and yellow noses. That's a possible combination. It could be allergic to propellers and flat tops. And obviously one more thing we haven't yet discovered.
There's no fighting.
It could be allergic to yellow noses. We've already gone on that. It could be allergic to sleepy eyes, propellers and yellow noses, etc., etc. So then let's try doing the top and bottom ones, and see if we can at least find out which one is allergic and which one is needy. So let's look at, say, this one. Why did the top not want it? It could be because of the green nose. It could be that the top one doesn't like hats. We know the top one is okay with springs and sunglasses. What about this one? Why did the top reject it? It's fine with ponytails. It's fine with wide eyes. It could be the red nose it doesn't like. But it wouldn't be the spring. Now this again could be rejected because of the hat. And then it might also dislike sleepy noses. So what about the bottom one? What is it rejecting? It could be rejecting purple noses. It could be rejecting tufted hair. The bottom is fine with sunglasses with wide eyes. It could be rejecting feet. Could be rejecting the blue nose. And could be rejecting the flat top. So some of these rejections, we don't know if it's the left, right, or the top, bottom that's rejecting it. So the bottom could be rejecting, say, purple noses, flat tops. Then why did it reject this one? Why did the bottom one reject this? Because it's fine with wide eyes, it's fine with ponytails, it's fine with propellers. So I'm pretty sure it's rejecting that purple nose. And then it looks like it might also be rejecting the flat tops. And it might also be rejecting feet or blue noses or something else. Okay, so I've got some theories here. So the one on the right seems to be allergic to certain things. It could be allergic to propellers, and it could be allergic to blue noses. So I believe this would be safer to do on the left. The bottom one seems to be rejecting blue noses, potentially. So let's try him up here.
Sure.
No?
Away you go.
Okay, so the bottom one does not reject blue noses, so I'm crossing that out. So if it's not rejecting blue noses, then why did it not like this one? It could be because of the hair, the flat top hair. So that gives credence to that idea. So then, if we assume the bottom one is rejecting purple noses and the flat top hair, all the Zoombinis on top have one of those two traits. And if that's the case, then the flat top, I'm assuming, cannot also be a right-left thing, so I'm crossing that out. So then this one, let's see, I believe the bottom will reject flat tops and purple noses. This does not have either of those. The one on the right might be allergic to yellow noses. The top one might be allergic to hats. So I don't know if this goes on top or bottom. Because either the top one might be allergic to hats. But so far there's nothing here that I think the bottom one would reject. So let's try this on the bottom. And the right one might be allergic to yellow, so let's try it over here. No?
Nice try.
Okay, so the one on the right is not allergic to yellow noses. Okay, well, we got them.
Well done, oh wise and trusted guide.
So with the allergic cliffs, you basically have to figure it out, or there's no way you're going to get everyone across. With these, often you get to the end, and it feels like it was more a matter of intuition or probability. So my final guess is that the one on the right was allergic to propellers. And then I thought maybe he's allergic to sleepy eyes or blue noses. So why does he not like this one? Because he's fine with the yellow noses. He's fine with wide eyes. And he's fine with feet. So the one on the right must hate flat tops. So I believe the two things I knew was that it was rejecting flat tops in propellers. The one on the right was. Because everything on the left has either a propeller or a flat top. And then I didn't figure out what the third feature was. And then as for the upper and lower ones, let's see. I'm losing track of the last one I did. I think it was this one. So this one ended up on the bottom. So the yellow nose didn't matter. The top one could have been rejecting the Cyclops eye. The top one could have been allergic to Cyclops eyes, green noses, and hats. But then where would this one be? Because it doesn't have any of those features. Maybe it's Cyclops red noses and hats. So that would be these two. So Cyclops, red nose, and hats. So I think that's it. The top one was rejecting the Cyclops eye, red noses, and hats. And the one on the right was allergic to propellers and the flat top hair.
Say hi to Arno.
And something else.
When it comes to these...
Okay, well let's see if I can
Come on.
do this one without losing anybody.
I love you.
So I think I need to plan my tests a little more carefully.
Wow!
So
Pizza maker!
let's try testing the things that we don't have any information about. So like peppers, there's no way to know if any of them like peppers without trying peppers. Because none of the rejects had peppers.
Something on that I don't like.
I'd appreciate more toppings.
Uh-oh. There's something on that I don't want.
Same with pepperoni.
More toppings.
Something's wrong.
Uh-oh.
Let's try the cheese. And then the whipped cream, I guess.
Something must go.
There's something there I won't eat.
I'd like more toppings, please.
Something on that I don't like.
That topping? Not for me, thanks.
It's still missing my favorites.
Okay, so we've tried all the things that have not been tested yet. So for him, it's possible I just need to combine these and then he'd be happy. I'm not sure. For these, I know that they each want at least one topping that's in the reject pit. So that would be mushrooms, olives, chocolate sauce, and cherry.
Something must go.
Is that all I get?
Oh, something's wrong.
Okay, so we need to figure out which of the reject ingredients he wants. Does he want olives, the cherry, or mushrooms?
Something on that I don't like.
That topping? No.
More toppings. Please?
Alright, let's try olives.
Something must go.
More toppings.
Something's wrong.
Alright, there's the warning. So for Arno, we know he doesn't like, he wants pepperoni, but he wants something else. But we've already tried olives, peppers, chocolate sauce, cherry, cheese. So he either wants mushrooms or whipped cream with his pepperoni pizza. No, he doesn't want whipped cream because that's over here. So it's not olives. So it has to be mushrooms.
The perfect pizza!
Okay, and then for her, she wants pepper, chocolate sauce, olives. And then I don't think there's any toppings left. So he got pepperoni and mushrooms. Then this guy has the cheese, cherry, and whipped cream. So this one, then he should like this. So I don't know if I actually solved it or if I just got lucky. But I didn't lose anyone this time, at least.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
You got them all through. Good for you. Believe what you see, little Zoombinis. You have arrived at Shelter Rock.
Oh,
Here
I'm
to
out of
relax
space.
and wait for your friends.
I'll need to reorder these to make room. But yeah, so the very hard difficulty is very hard, obviously. And it will probably take a little more practice before I totally get the hang of it. It's not something you can expect to do perfectly on the first try. Because there's some things about the puzzles that just aren't explained. Alright, so these guys can go last. So next time I'm going to be starting here and taking a group from here. Because we've seen enough of the Big, the Bad, and the Hungry for now. But yeah, that was the very, very hard difficulty. I still think the allergic cliffs are the hardest of all of them, just with how few guesses you get. And again, if you were to develop your own group of Zoombinis, like custom design their features, it might be easier to get ones that would be good test subjects for there. But what have I learned? So for the allergic cliffs, I think it's best to test Zoombinis that are dissimilar to each other. At least a couple of them. And then with the caves, we learned that it's possible to complete them without totally figuring it out. And then with the pizza trolls, start with the toppings that you have no information about. So next time we go out, it'll be this group plus a couple others from this group to make 16. But that is it for now. This has been quite a long video already, maybe even longer than my longest so far, but this is the 14th episode, which makes this officially the longest video series I've ever done, unless you're counting the games from my childhood as a separate series, which I believe has 2 or 3 videos beyond the Zoombini videos, because this is sort of 2 series that it's part of. But I hope to stick with it. And, you know, even if I keep messing up, I still want to keep playing and eventually try to figure these out. And hopefully learn something along the way. But thank you for watching, and see you next time.